Like, we can have us, we can do, you know what I'm saying, the little, you know what I'm saying, the gay side shit. It's legal for us. Like this, we don't get punished for that.
You know, they had no conscience. They had no moral conscience, do whatever they want to do.
Deputies say 29-year-old was in custody in connection with the kidnapping. Authorities say possibly had been in a previous relationship, and the two may have had a child together.
People get in these relationships and having other outstanding problems that they can't get away from, they don't know how to handle it, and we had too much of that going on.
Antoinette Jackson, a 31-year-old mother of 3, was the heart and soul of her family, always working tirelessly to provide for her children. Known for her kind heart, strong spirit, and unwavering dedication to her loved ones, she was admired by all who knew her. She loved her job at the Nissan plant in Canton, Mississippi, where she poured her energy into her work every day. With the excitement of expecting her 4th child, Antoinette's heart was full as she looked forward to expanding her family. A loving and devoted mother, her 3 sons meant the world to her, and she worked endlessly to ensure they never went without. What began as a typical day at work, however, would soon take a tragic turn, altering her family's life forever. On the morning of January 27th, around 7:30 in the morning, the Madison County Sheriff's Office was called to the Canton Nissan plant after a report of a kidnapping from the plant's parking lot. Not long after, the Holmes County Sheriff's Office was alerted to a disturbing incident on Interstate 55 near Carroll County. It was reported that an individual had been struck by a vehicle after jumping out of a moving car. Upon arriving at the scene, officers found an unresponsive adult female lying on the pavement.
According to the Madison County Sheriff's Office, the woman was kidnapped from the parking lot here at the Nissan plant early Monday morning. This situation went from bad to worse after she lost her life some 40 miles away from this location.
It was the start of the work week at the Canton Nissan plant Monday morning around 7:30 when the Madison County Sheriff's Office received a report of an abduction in the parking lot at the plant.
The victim was identified as 31-year-old Antoinette Jackson, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. It had been quickly discovered that she had been shot multiple times prior to being pushed or jumping out of the vehicle. She died from her injuries after being struck by a vehicle driving at least 80 miles per hour. There were bullet holes in the side passenger door, and a gun was also recovered at the scene. Antoinette's body has been sent to the state crime lab for an autopsy. Based on surveillance footage, the suspect was quickly identified as the father of one of Antoinette's 3 sons, 29-year-old Joshua Andrews. He was taken into custody without incident by Carroll County deputies. Law enforcement called the incident a heinous crime that shocks the conscience of society. According to the Mississippi Department of Corrections, Andrews was previously sentenced for shooting into a motor vehicle and aggravated assault. He was released from prison on September 7, 2022. Joshua Andrews was a man with a violent and troubling past, someone who had no place walking freely among society. Having already served time in prison for serious crimes, his release did little to reform him. In fact, Andrews made it clear he had no intention of changing. He openly posted online that he would rather be back in jail, as though prison was the only place where he truly felt at home. Instead of attempting to rebuild his life, he boasted about his reckless behavior and showed a complete lack of fear for the consequences of his actions. His social media was a disturbing reflection of his mentality, filled with bizarre and troubling posts. He openly discussed his attraction to transgender men, yet insisted he wasn't gay, presenting an obsessive fixation on proving his masculinity. At the same time, his words and actions revealed a deeply unstable and dangerous mind. His violent past, erratic online presence, and unapologetic attitude toward his behavior were glaring red flags, but unfortunately, they went unheeded by those around him. Joshua Andrews openly practiced Satanism, even going so far as to prominently display an upside-down cross, a symbol often associated with the practice. It remains unclear whether Antoinette, his partner at the time, was aware of his beliefs or if he had this tattoo while they were dating. Andrews also made public appearances, including on a popular podcast where he discussed his fetish for transgender men, further revealing his complex and unsettling mindset. His openness about these controversial and disturbing aspects of his life painted a clear picture of a man with deeply troubling views and behaviors.
and just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? On the shit, I don't be playing shit. Go with the flow. I just go with the flow.
I don't really think that's how life works, Josh.
Man, see, but listen, but now, 2K, you're a Christian. I ain't no Christian, 2K. You know, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm satanic. I don't like, my rules don't apply over here in my life. Like the rules you live by, I don't live by them codes.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's, I'm gonna break some shit down to you, more people I know. See, over here, you know what I'm saying? When you satanic and I religion like that, like, we can have us, we can do, you know what I'm saying, the little, you know what I'm saying, the gay side of shit. It's legal for us. Like this, we don't get punished for that.
Yeah.
Like,
so by you being satanic, like, do you go to like a cooler part of hell, or you still go to the same hot hell? I go to.
Sad situation for Lula life in a situation like that. And also the young man that did that, we also have arrested him some years ago and sent him to prison for aggravated assault.
Holmes County Sheriff Willie March shocked to learn about the tragic loss committed by who he says a dangerous man.
He had that kind of temper to commit such a crime, but I really hate it happened to this young lady here.
According to Madison County Sheriff's Department, after allegedly kidnapping his ex-girlfriend, Andrew allegedly then forced her into a vehicle and fled onto Interstate 55. Police say when they made it to Holmes County, the woman jumped out of the vehicle and another car hit and killed her. Andrews later surrendered at the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff March says the 29-year-old was no stranger to the law.
I know he did some years, and how many he did, I had to go back and look and see. But he did spend some time for aggravated assault here in Holmes County.
Now, March is sending his prayers and condolences to the family in their hour of grief.
I know it brings sadness to the family to lose someone this young in the family, because someone took a life from a person that something you can't give back. I mean, this lady's gone forever, and they would have to live with that. And so I'm pretty sure it's a hurting family.
29-year-old Joshua Andrews was transported to the Madison County Detention Center and charged with capital murder, a first-degree murder charge for the unborn child and felon in possession of a firearm. He made his initial court appearance the very next day and was denied bond. The state argued that he was a flight risk because he traveled from Georgia to Mississippi to commit the crime. Nissan officials referred questions to the Madison County Sheriff's Office and said it's an active investigation. The lesson in this story is the importance of recognizing and addressing red flags in individuals with a history of violent or unstable behavior. Despite Joshua Andrews' troubling past and alarming online presence, the warning signs were ignored, leading to tragic consequences. It serves as a reminder that we must take signs of dangerous behavior seriously and not dismiss them, as they can have serious and potentially life-threatening outcomes. Additionally, the story highlights the need for accountability and the importance of rehabilitation for individuals with violent histories to prevent harm to others. Rest in peace, Antoinette Jackson.
Madison County Justice Court Judge Bruce McKinley said there will be no bond. 29-year-old Joshua Andrews appeared dazed as the judge asked him questions. Andrews is charged with capital murder and felony possession of a firearm. Andrews is accused of driving from Georgia to Mississippi to commit the crime, which labeled him a flight risk that resulted in the no bond decision. Holmes County Sheriff Willie Marsh says Andrews' sister reported her car stolen, which was the same car used to kidnap Antoinette Jackson from Nissan in Canton. Jackson died from her injuries after she was hit by another car after jumping out of the moving vehicle. Marsh says Jackson had been shot multiple times.
I spoke with his sister, and she had told me that vehicle that he was riding in was hers. She said it was stolen from her residence. She was concerned about him still on her vehicle coming to Mississippi and do such a crime. The person have a violent temper when they come out, if they would maybe look at putting a monitor on them. That way you really got to keep up with them if they have that kind of temper. I don't know what kind of write-up or what he done inside the prison system.
Andrews was reportedly sentenced for shooting into a motor vehicle and aggravated assault and served time in the Mississippi Department of Corrections before being released in August 2022.